Welcome to the Daily Jerry Anderson podcast, where Mr. Coyle is not happy with the licensing laws which have been given to us down the generations ever since Pontius Pilate decided that pubs should shut on Good Friday.
I'm annoyed at the licensing laws in Northern Ireland.
Are you?
And why are people not complaining about it? Why are there people not on complaining about this archaic laws that we have?
Archaic laws?
You know.
Which archaic? Well, they seem to suit you when people are parking.
You know, licensing. Like here
What's wrong with you?
Here we are.
Spit
now.
it out.
Right. You've got the Titanic Quarter, and you had a most wonderful display of laser and fireworks on Friday night, Saturday night.
It was commendable, yes.
And over 30,000 people there one night.
And I'm sure every man Jack enjoyed himself to the utmost, and that's the way it should be. After all, it's peace we're after, Sean.
Yes, we're trying to get people to come to Northern Ireland and spend weekends here.
Come to the province.
And what do we do? You invite people into your restaurants on a Friday afternoon, and they can't even have a glass of wine with their meal.
I know.
It's ridiculous. Why are people not complaining about it? Why are we so far back in the world?
Because, Sean, there was a little thing called the Troubles. We're 40 years behind everyone else.
40 years? More
like
100 years.
40. No, settle for 40.
All right, then.
I told you a story one time about a friend of mine who came to a well-known ice cream shop.
Ridiculous, so it is.
You see, we're for 40 years behind. I know a person in Derry, Stoke Londonderry, an American person came and went into a well-known ice cream shop, and the girl came up and says, "What do you want? Can you see you being served? Can you look on it being looked after?" And the girl says, "I'd like some ice cream." "Yes, okay. What flavours do you have?" "Why?"
She didn't say why.
She did.
No, she didn't say why. That's a lie. You're making that up.
That's the whole point of why I'm telling you the story. She said, "Why?" In other words, what do you mean, why? Ice cream's white. You know, what do you want? Flavours?
No.
All right, okay. No. Call me a liar if you like. Normally the fat boy precedes the presenter, oozing insincerity from every pore. This morning, it was a selection of his favourite interviews with people from England. His people are missing him. You said at the start of the programme that Nolan is on holiday. In fact, he is not on holiday. He is at this very moment broadcasting on Radio 5 Live. I assume BBC 5 Live were offering him more money than BBC Radio Ulster, as that is all he lives for. And it's true, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Your friend, best friend, Mr. Nolan, appears to be so career and money-driven. He should be like you, Jerry, totally devoted to your listeners and accepting merely a nominal fee, a pittance, from the BBC so that you might broadcast your programme daily and communicate with the people that you love so well. In my memory, I will always see the town that I love so well. Phil Coulter's coming in here in West. He's going to play the piano and talk to me. He's not going to talk to you. Could your assistant, Mr. Coyle, tell me why the Stephen Nolan who broadcasts on Radio 5 Live is different to the one who broadcasts on Radio Ulster? What he's insinuating is that Mr. Nolan undergoes a personality change. He does, actually. He's not the annoying wee shite that he is on here. And he becomes nice and amenable and nice to English people, which we have never succeeded in doing. More talk about drink and where the presenter was. Did he break the law? Will he be arrested? Will he be allowed to read the text telling me that the police are coming? Will he be saved? How could I have been out last night drinking to that time? Look at how fresh I am today. You see, people don't realise it, you know.
It doesn't matter whether you were drinking or not. You shouldn't have been on the premises.
I wanted to be on the premises and nobody told me not to. You were sold a pub. Has anybody come in here to tell us? Has anybody rung up to tell us that any pubs were closed last night at 10 o'clock?
Yes.
What did they say?
Well,
would you pass the message on to me?
I sent you in text messages.
What do you mean sent them in? So they're coming out of that machine. I can't reach them. They're too far away. I'll go and reach them now in a minute.
All right.
What's the general gist of what they have to say?
I'm right.
You're right? Mm-hmm. What read me one of them. What does one of them say?
Read them yourself. They're your
yourself?
No, but they're your text messages.
I know, but they're not text messages for everybody. The only ones that are for me are the emails. Hey, let me explain this to the people, particularly people listening on Boxing Day. What is this? Is this Boxing Day? No, it's not. It's Easter Sunday. Is this Easter Monday? What day is today? It's a bank holiday, isn't it? It's Easter Monday.
Is it?
See, let me explain to the people who are listening that if they send a text, every dog's arse can see it. You can see it. Who's in there? With Thomasina, is it?
Yes.
Where's Emma?
Emma's pregnant.
I know, but doesn't mean she comes in every other day. She's sick, is she?
A little infection or something.
And where's Janice? She's sick too.
Janice are rations.
Funny they all get sick on the Easter holidays.
Or days off. What do you call them? Bank
rations. Yeah,
what do you
rations.
Call it?
Leave, it's called, Sean.
Bank holidays.
Bank holiday leave. Yeah. We don't have that leave. because we don't want it. They say to us, do you want to spend the Easter holidays at home with your family? We say, no, our family is here. Our family is out there. Our family is listening. And you know something? Good morning, everyone. My family. They're my people. Do you not feel that way about the listeners, Sean?
If I were in charge of the BBC, I would scrap all bank holidays. I would make everyone work.
Curmudgeon.
I would make everyone work.
Yeah, and carry stones from one place to another and then pick them up and carry them
They
back
would
again.
work.
The drink story escalates. The presenter now finds himself listening to complaints about councils, tourists and shops not being open on Easter Sunday. You know, he had once high hopes for his radio career, but has come to this.
Good morning, Jerry.
How are you today?
Not too Craig of Odd.
Not cream cracker day.
No, not cream cracker. Jerry, as you know, I'm a taxi driver in Belfast city centre.
I recognise your dulcet tones, yes.
Right. With the Easter holidays there, Jerry, the licensing laws in this, I begin to wonder, is Belfast a city or is it a town?
Okay, what seems to be upsetting you?
Well, it's certainly not just me, but all the taxi drivers in the city centre.
Yes.
I'll start off at Good Friday. You couldn't get a drink till 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but you could go to the off sales of the supermarkets and get all the drink you wanted.
Yeah, there's something.
That's the first point, was double standards by the law.
Okay, right.
And the bars closed at 10 o'clock. On Good Friday night, I drove around Belfast city centre shortly after 12, and you couldn't see your shadow. And last night was the same, Jerry.
What does that mean? That means there was nobody out?
Well, there was people out, Jerry, but they were put out of the bars. They were put out of the bars at 10 o'clock.
The tourists will love that.
Well, Jerry, the other side of the coin is there was Irish dancing on the waterfront.
That's right.
There was 4,500 visitors and their families, and they were all walking around the city centre just wondering where to go or what to do. And I know as well, Jerry, yesterday, the people from all around Belfast come into the city centre to shop. The shops weren't even open yesterday. Now, truthfully, there was bad PR by the city management. Should have put that across the airwaves to let the people know. I don't know how many people I picked up yesterday afternoon who were going north, south and east of the city, and they were disgusted because they went into the city centre to do a bit of shopping. You know where normally the shops open from 1 to 6 on a Sunday.
That's right.
Well, there wasn't one shop open. The only place was open was Burger King.
I'm sorry if I appear to be laughing. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because Northern Ireland is a disaster. It's a complete disaster. It's time.
Okay, I'm not going to be cheeky. I think we have dinosaurs running the country.
Somebody would need to sit down and sort it out. You know, the troubles are over. You know, get over it. Let's join the rest of the world, you know. It's amazing.
Well, Gary, you think about they all keep constantly talking about the economy's bad and everything's bad. Well, here, that's not helping the economy what they've done over the past 3 days there.
I just laugh, you know, because, you see, the problem is, if you take it seriously, you'll end up speaking to Nolan, and, you know, and that's a fate worse than death. You see, I just laugh, because there's nothing you can do about it, because if you worry about it, you'll get stressed out, and you'll drive yourself into an early grave. Thank you for listening. Back tomorrow, if we're open.